I think we're live. We are live here on Drum Talk TV. How's it going? Dan Schinder here on Drum Talk TV, coming to you from Globe, Arizona, in the middle of nowhere almost. Tell me where you're watching from. We're going to do an unboxing here. Globe is located about 100 miles east of Phoenix up in the mountains, so it's a little cooler. It's supposed to be only 105 today. I think down in the Phoenix Valley, it's supposed to be 135. Ugh, gotta go down there Tuesday too. So yeah, hey, I got new drum heads. Ooh, from Aquarian, and I'm unboxing to see what I got and show you and talk about drum heads and drum sounds. I don't remember what I ordered, and what's funny is that we talked about this. We being myself and Chris over at Aquarian, and in April or May, I don't remember, but I know that it was before our 10-year anniversary show in Las Vegas, which we did on May 20th. And they were kind enough to sponsor the show and send all new heads for both drum sets that were used at that show. I played a Green Sparkle John Bonham kit made by TGS Drums, Tom Schultz, thank you very much, out in Mesa, Arizona. And A.D. Adams was our MC, and also jammed with Jeff Berlin and joined Jeff with my band from the late 70s with Chaz West as our guest singer at the end of the show for an all jam song. And AD had a really cool double bass kit, 20-inch bass drums. And anyhow, so I ordered heads. I told them the kind of sound I want. I wasn't using Aquarian heads except on that snare, which I haven't used since we moved here 7 years ago. It's now an ornament. It's a very, very special drum to me. It came on my 1979 Tama Imperial Star, which is the nucleus of that big blue kit you may have seen me play on Dan's Almost Daily Vlog, which I'll be doing tomorrow with these new heads. I'm going to put almost all the new heads on ahead of time, save one or two, put them on while I talk about them, and then we'll all see what they sound like. I was going to bring one of my smallest drums in here to do that here, but I have two of my dogs sleep or cuddle on the floor next to me all day, and I thought I don't want them freaking out if I'm dumb enough to put on a drum head and start hitting away, right? So tell me where you're watching from. Tell me any brand. What kind of drum heads do you use, and what kind of music do you play? So I honestly don't remember if I ordered heads for just my one big blue drum set or my 4-piece jazz kit as well. So we're going to open this up together and see what's inside, and let's talk about drum heads, drum sounds. So what I told Chris is I said, I like an open, a very tonal sound, and I have on my big blue kit no bottom heads. Haven't had bottom heads since 19. You know, it's a while ago if it starts with 19, right? I want to say it was 1983 when I had that kit all painted the same color, and it didn't come back the right color. It was way too dark, but I had a studio session with my band that weekend. So I told Mike Blanco, who took care of my stuff for 23 years, I said, Mike, let's just put the top heads on, half the work. We got to take all this crap off afterwards anyways. So we did that, and the drums sounded amazing in the studio. And at the time, concert toms were popular. People like Neil Peart, Carl Palmer, even Alan White with the North drums, Billy Cobham, a lot of drummers played with drums that didn't have bottom heads. So when I put the drum heads on top back on after the kit got repainted, it has sounded amazing ever since. So I told Chris I want that open sound. I don't put tape, gels, gunk, funk, dots, splots, or anything on my heads. I want them to sound like drums and drum heads, not like that. I hate when, and it's just my own personal musical sensibilities. When I'm watching a video of someone on a 7-piece kit and they're going around the kit, it all sounds like that. It all sounds the same. So, on my 4-piece jazz kit, I do have bottom heads, and I don't remember if I asked for heads for that or not. So we'll see, and if so, we'll see what's in there. So here we go. Gonna get my knife, and I know what someone's gonna say. That's not a knife. Okay, gotta do this carefully as to not cut any heads open, right? Whoops, sorry. I knocked something over and both the dogs jumped up. I should have just brought the drum. Sorry, babies. Yeah, I just knocked a little something over. Now my wife is freaking out. All right, have the office door open so the babies can go in and out. Okay, there's that. We're just gonna do that. Come here, kids. Schnoodles, Chanel. Those are the two dogs who stay in here, obviously. Not our human kids. Our human kids don't live here. They're all grown and gone. All right, here we go. I don't even recall. I should move this. I don't knock that over too. All right, here it goes. Ooh, packing paper. Should probably blow out that candle. All right. Sorry for the view of my butt. All right, safety first, boys and girls. Here we go. Let's see what's in here. Ooh, wow. Oh, wow, what is this? This is a modern vintage medium. So there are heads for the jazz kit, I think. Okay, this is a 14. This looks like this is a 16, a super 2 clear, and this is an 18. Let's see what else is in here. And if you use any of these, let me know and how you like them. And if you use something else, go ahead and talk about it. Chime in. I'll look at comments in a bit. Still knock something over. Bass drum head. This is a 24, so definitely for my big blue kit. It's an Aquarian Super Kick 2. Or 11. No, that's a 2. Cool. Clear. I like that. I like a clear bass drum. And I call it a bass drum. You don't kick it. It's a bass drum. Fred Astaire kicked the bass drum, but I don't dance. So there you go. I like clear bass drum heads so you can see what the drummer's doing. Although on the Drum Talk TV 10-year anniversary show, I had a commemorative Drum Talk TV logo 10 years thing on the front of that kit, which you'll see more of soon because I'm going to publish some new songs. Not some new songs, some songs from that show. I'm going to move these. There's all kinds of stuff in here. Okay. This, I believe, are all for the blue kit. Here's more. Ooh, for the jazz kit, I believe. Okay, what do we got? Here's a 14 texture coated. Here's a 14, another modern vintage. So this is for my jazz kit because I've got, so we got one for the snare, another one for my 14-inch floor tom, a 13-inch, for the 13-inch jazz snare, which I have, and a 12-inch for the tom. This is so cool. So they covered the jazz kit with a vintage, modern vintage medium. Cool. Exciting. And an extra 14 for the big kit, it looks like. Okay, awesome, awesome. And then, let's try to remember now that I wanted to, told them I wanted to try some different snare heads. So here's the single ply coated, which I'll put on my hammered brass Phoenix Drum Company snare drum on the big blue kit. And then it looks like everything else are this is a 10. Is there an 8 in here? So here's a 10. Oh no, there's no 8. Or is there? I'll dig in a minute. So here's a 10. Let's do it this way. This is for yet another snare I have. Velocity White. Oh, to try also on the hammered brass snare. And then a 14, a 13, a 12. There we go. The 10. But I need to order the 8. Make sure, hold on. And we've got, oh, cool. For the bass drum, of course. Awesome. And yeah, so there you go. I'm excited to hear these. So these are Super 2s. Super 2 clear. And it is clear. See? Proof. There you go. So, let me look at comments. Let me see who's using what's happening, what's going on, who's watching, who's chiming in, where they're watching from. Joshua VP says, this is tiny writing. Let me, hold on. There we go. It says, congrats with the new Aquarians, Remo loyalist here. Laugh out loud, clear heads on the drums and Power Stroke 3 on the bass drum. I like clean sounding drums with not too much resonation. What drum is your jazz kit? So the jazz kit is a PDP maple. It's black. It's got a teeny bit of sparkle in it. And it sounds great. I can't wait to hear these on that kit. Currently, when I got that kit, it has Evans, some sort of coated head, and they sound good. For years and years and years, I used Remo pinstripe heads, and I know they didn't like me saying this, but I had the same set of heads on there, I think, for 14 years. Yeah, believe it or not. And it's not because I'm cheap or anything. I don't change the heads if the sound doesn't start to suck. And quite honestly, I still liked how they sounded. The color tones I got 3.5 years ago, that's what's on the Big Blue kit now, which is part Tama, Pearl, and Slingerland, believe it or not. And so those are 3.5 years old, and they still sound good, but I wanted to try something new. I've known Chris for a long time. I have that Aquarian head on that snare, which sounded great. So I thought, that's time for a change. Let's do this. So I'll probably have these on there for another 10 years, right? Let's see if I like them. I'm sure I'll like them. So let's see what happens. Let's see how it sounds right out of the plastic. Oh, it's actually sealed. Let's open. I don't have but I got the knife. Okay. I'll look at more comments if there's more comments. Are there more comments? Come on, folks, chime in. What are you playing with? Okay, I'll check back later, see if there's more comments. Joshua, thanks for chiming in. Thanks for watching. Oh, so remember, tomorrow at noon Pacific US, I'm going to have these on the kit, except for the 8-inch. And I'm going to rip away, see how these sound. I'll put them on the jazz kit as well, late tonight or in the morning. They sound great. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look how clear they are. You can see the reflection of my computer. Infinity. Oh, there you go. It's like the Matrix, right? They sound great. They don't even need to be tuned. That's like a major subwoofer. It sounds like a 50-inch drum head. Can you guys hear that? All right. Just playing around, of course. We're going to get these on both drum kits. I'm going to order the 8-inch. Hopefully have that by midweek. And thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you, Aquarian Drum Heads, for both kits, heads, and some extra things to try out with the snare drum. I love gear. I think most drummers love gear. And it's always fun to try something new. And as you could tell, I don't get new stuff very often. So this will be fun. Thank you so much. And thanks for following what we do here on Drum Talk TV. Remember, you can submit videos. You can do that at the website at drumtalktv.com up at the upper right corner. You can also sign up for our newsletter. We're releasing our membership site soon, which is going to have some amazing experiences in a 3D verse, 3D metaverse, a 3D environment that you can watch even on your desktop or even on your phone. We're going to have live stream concerts, clinics, roundtable Q&As with some of your favorite drummers and other musical artists. It's not just for drummers, it's designed for music fans. There's going to be some education as well, not just drumming, but also production, miking, recording, mixing, mastering. It's going to be epic. It's called drumtalktvbrilliance.com. You can go there. It's a whole separate website, and check out the coming soon. Promos coming out real soon. And what else? What else? Oh, yes, we are announcing officially. So there's the unofficial announcement. I don't know if we've mentioned this in our newsletter yet, but I'm going to put one out this week. Yeah, and see, that got my brain thinking, oh, I got to draft all the stuff for McKenna to check over for the newsletter. Okay, so we're looking for VJs. For those of you old enough to remember when MTV actually played music and they had VJs, right? They had Martha Quinn, Nina Blackwood, JJ Jackson, all our other favorites. We are looking for new VJs to join me in doing interviews, not just at events that we cover, like we've done in the past with other people also doing interviews, but people that will regularly be doing interviews and not just me. So we're going to announce a contest on how we're going to do that, where you can audition to be a Drum Talk TV VJ. There you go. Thanks so much, and we'll see you tomorrow.